Okay, welcome to, I guess, cooking with Arlena. Well, you're actually not really cooking with me. I'm actually the one doing the cooking. So actually, I'm making this weekend's meal. Yes, I cook once a week. I cook enough to last me for a few days. So I either cook on Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. Today happens to be Friday. So yeah, because I have stuff to do tomorrow. Quite a bit, so I don't want to be bothered with cooking tomorrow, so I will be cooking today. So on today's menu, I will be making some salted pollock. Back home in the Caribbean, we call this bacalao or saltfish, and actually we use cod or the pollock. I was surprised the other day. I was in Walmart and actually I had a craving for some crab and rice, but honey, when I saw the price of the crabs, I'm like, I don't think so. So I'm like, no. And then I was so disappointed because I really wanted the crab and rice, but yeah, at that point I couldn't, you had to budget. So, and it wasn't like I didn't have stuff to cook. I just had a taste for some crab and rice, and then I saw they had like imitation crab, and I'm like, I don't think that's gonna work for me. Now you see, in New York, you can pick up crabs at a decent price, but here it's a little different. And I just happened to glance, and when I looked, I saw this. I was like, what? Because I was actually gonna get one of my cousins to send me some bacalao from down in New York or down in Jersey. And when I saw this, I was like, oh my goodness. I was so happy. So happy. We love our saltfish. So yeah, today's dish is going to be a quick cook up. Actually, I like to add coconut milk to my saltfish or bacalao, whatever you want to call it. However, I don't have any coconut milk on hand and I felt lazy. I don't feel like going to the supermarket, even though it's about 10-minute walk. I just don't feel like doing it right now because I have other things to do. So yeah, so I'm going to be cooking a couple pieces of bacalao. So I'm going to be doing some stewed bacalao with some white rice and some fried plantain. I was debating if I wanted to make some baked Johnny cakes, but yeah, I'm feeling lazy, and like I said, I have other things to do. I don't want to be playing with no food right now. As much as I like to cook sometimes, there are times I don't really care for cooking, but I have to eat, so yeah. So what happened here, it's 1 pound of bacalao, so I divided it in half. So this is at least 8 ounces of bacalao or saltfish, and it was soaking from overnight. So it was soaking from overnight. So what I am going to do is I'm going to put this in a pot of boiling water, and I'm probably going to boil it once because I kind of tasted it, and she got a little salt now still. So 1 boil should be able to do it. Normally our codfish back home is much thicker. These are very thin compared to what we have back at home. Back at home, you really got some good sized chunks of codfish or pollock or bacalao, whatever you want to call it. And it's really heavily salted. So normally back home when you buy the codfish or the bacalao, whatever, you have to like at least boil it twice. But with this, you do not have to boil it twice. So this is going to get 1 boil for probably like about, I'll say 20 minutes. Because I don't want to overboil it where I take out all the salt. You still want to leave a little bit of salt, but not too much salt. So yeah, so let's move on to the next step. Okay, so here's my water. So now I'm just going to put my codfish or bacalao, pollock, whatever whatever kind of saltfish you have. I'm just going to put this here. So I'm going to let this boil for about 20 minutes. So actually from this point on, you will no longer hear me talking. From this point on, all you will see is me just working. Okay, welcome back. Okay, welcome back. I have finished cooking my saltfish, bacalao, and white rice with some fried plantain, and of course a little bit of we also like to eat this with some avocado. If you don't have any, it's fine. And actually this is what my plate looks like. Okay, but I just took out a sample that I could taste for the camera because I have some stuff to do, so I am not going to be eating right away, unfortunately, but just want to do a little taste test for the camera. Okay, so we got our rice. What's that? Yeah. So I got a little piece of saltfish, a little piece of plantain, white rice, and of course a little piece of avocado. So I'm going in. I haven't eaten since this morning. Let me tell you. Oh, sorry. This tastes good. I make a good saltfish. And now that I know that Walmart carries it, oh my goodness, I'm so happy. I'm gonna buy a couple of bags just to put down because I love saltfish. Normally when I head back to the Caribbean, normally when I'm coming back here, I grab like tons and tons of saltfish just to bring back. So it's good to know that Walmart has bacalao. So yeah, there we have it. Sorry. Once again, another great dish that brings back wonderful memories of my childhood growing up in the Caribbean. My childhood being raised in the Caribbean. So thank you for joining me on this video. Peace.